What's going on, guys?
Tell us about your character Fonzie.
Fonzie. Well, you see, he's best friends with Richie. And, right?
Yeah.
That was the.
You nailed it, man. That's great.
It's been a while since I've seen that show. Happy Days. What was the theme song?
Sunday, Monday.
Is that it?
No,
Yes.
but it's in the same vein.
It's Sunday, Monday, Happy Days.
Sunday, Monday.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Tuesday,
Happy
Happy
You're right.
Days.
That's what it was.
There you go. You were almost there.
I was almost there, right?
It's points.
I got one thing
You
right.
got points for effort.
God damn it. I'm gonna leave. Nice talking to you.
No, please don't.
That was
Please
my
God leave?
question.
No, stay.
Okay. All right. So I was going to ask, so Squirrel Girl and Kamala are kind of outsiders who find strength in their difference from others, while Dante has some like angst over embracing his identity as a hero. And Patriot's like sort of like Leonardo in the Ninja Turtles, like he's the natural leader.
Yeah.
Where did you fall as a teen? Like,
Oh my God.
which side?
I was kind of all over the place.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Tried
like,
them all out?
I really did. In high school, so I grew up acting, and I was always taken in and out of school and
Oh,
traveling.
wow, you were one of those kids.
I
Got it.
was, yeah. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to be a normal kid. And so I begged my parents, like, please let me go to high school. And I lived in a
Wow.
small town, and I went to high school and I befriended everybody.
Right.
I loved everybody. I didn't really like the popular kids too much, like the preppy jocks. So I didn't really dig them. They were just mean.
Yeah.
And the groups that I hung out with, like everybody, the potheads, which is the group that I clung to, everyone was super accepting and non-judgmental. Anyway, like the potheads, like you would think, like they're like stoner partiers,
Right.
But they were like, fuck it, come hang out with us, you know,
Yeah.
with everybody. And like I was late to class because I was talking to everybody and like greeting them and saying hi before I went to class. Like every group, except for the popular kids. I didn't
Yeah.
really like them. So I don't really know what I was.
You unite the nerds to overthrow the high school hierarchy.
Exactly. Yeah, we tried. It was a bloody battle, but the stoners prevailed. But yeah, so I don't really know where I fell in. I was
Okay.
kind of just like I bounced around.
But you've got that to tap into then for Inferno, the sort of like reluctant.
Yeah,
embracing.
absolutely. Yeah, I've got a lot to relate
Yeah.
Inferno to. So.
Yeah.
Since Dante was only just really introduced in Secret Warriors, I was curious, do you find any parallels between his role and your Teen Wolf role, or is they just very,
Definitely,
very different
absolutely. Well, so what's really interesting about Dante and what he's got going on right now is that he is very new to his powers and has no grasp on his powers at all, and it's getting him into quite some trouble sometimes. Scott McCall and Teen Wolf took him 3 seasons to figure out his powers and kind of. But the dichotomy between the two is that Scott McCall is almost as soon as he kind of realized what his powers were, it's like, very much the Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Scott McCall really took that role on, became a really good leader, and like always had like a line of vision. Dante's a little more of it's a fire analogy, not a loose cannon, but like a fireball.
Firebrand?
Firebird, yeah. So he's a little more angsty, a little more troubled. His past has a little more secrets than Scott's does. That kind of has made him this way. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities between the two. But just enough to make this fresh.
Yeah.
So did you have an exposure to superheroes before this, or did this role kind of make you get into comics and like study up?
No, I mean, I was exposed to some radioactive waste, and so I've been a superhero for some time.
Comes out.
True.
I, as a
Totally a
kid,
helicopter descent.
Typecasting.
see you guys later. So I fly out the roof. Obviously, I loved superheroes as a kid, and I bought the Justice League comic book when I was young. It was really the only comic book that I ever, but I didn't really follow it too much. I've always loved the movies that have come out. When I was filming a movie when I was 10 years old here in New York, I saw Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man. I was like 10 years old. I was filming Made in Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
I remember.
Okay.
So I saw that, and I was on the balcony of some theater. And after the movie, I just wanted to like jump off the balcony and like web myself down. So yeah, I mean, like I had the normal sort of exposure to superheroes. I didn't get too into them. I had toys, and I had the whole. After I saw Spider-Man, I freaked out.
Yeah.
Like I had the whole entire Green Goblin set. the chair that Willem Dafoe would sit on. I had the Spider-Man all blown up and his costume all torn up.
Yes.
I had all those toys. So I've always just been a fan of it. I think it's entertaining. I think it embodies what is awesome about filmmaking and storytelling. Is that it's storytelling, you know, and it's fun. It's got a good message behind it, and so that's I dig it. I don't know if that was a roundabout way of answering your question.
That's perfectly good.
What was your favorite scene to film or throughout this entire process?
To what?
To film, I would say, but you're doing voice acting,
What did you say after? To throat?
I mean, possibly.
Seeing the throat.
I'm like, kinda, I guess.
I don't know.
To be fair, you will not be asked that question again.
Yes, I mean, very unique.
I like that question a lot. I don't know. It was all really, really, really fun.
Is there any scene in particular like sticks out to you, like when you think of like, oh wow, I did this great type of thing, like this one?
Like discipline? So the voiceover acting is different than on-camera acting. And it's nice to have like a group of people there, you know, to kind of like bounce ideas off of and get to hear what their character sounds like. There was this scene where me, Kamala, and Squirrel Girl kind of first meet, and I shoot fire at them. I'm shooting it at Exile. They don't know that. And I got really like animated with it. And I was like, whoa! I really felt like I got really sweaty. So that sticks out, but honestly, the whole thing sticks out. I had a great time doing the entire thing because we were all together doing it at the same time, and I thought that was so much fun. And the whole thing was really fun. That moment was awesome, but like the whole thing was really, really, really sweet. It's kind of challenging doing it, you know, because you have to put all of your conviction and everything through your voice, all the physicality and stuff. So you don't have your eyes or mouth to rely on, or smiles, or other features. So.
Do they put the Exile voice actor behind them too, so that the misunderstanding could be the same?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Exile was there, and everyone was there. It was really cool.
Did you catch yourself making the sound effects in the room? You know, on set, people would always, when you're doing a live action. Yeah. Pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I don't think so. There's a lot of sound effects that we get to do with our mouths. Like whenever we're in a fight scene, it's always like add little sounds like, and you kind of get that need to do sound effects satiated through that, you know, if that makes any sense. But no, I never really went pew-pew or anything. With the fire, I go,
Right, yeah, that's your fire.
kind of like
Seems
a yell.
legit.
Yeah.
So those are the sounds that you had to do over and over and over again.
Over and over, yeah, and like a lot of falling, like,
Oh yeah, that's
stuff
true.
like that, you know.
Because you're creating everything through the sound. Have you had a chance to watch and like fully experience the episodes yet, or are
I
you?
saw the film that premiered on Disney,
Right.
and it was great. I saw it in the movie theater.
Well, that adds a lot to it.
Really cool. I loved it. I freaked out. Because, you know, it's like you don't get to see it being made as, you know, when you're on a TV show or a movie, you're there watching playback, and you don't get to see anything. It's voiceover acting, so it's all imagination. And then when you see it, it's like, oh shit, this is sick.
Was there something that changed in your mind? Like you had a mental image of it, and then they showed it on screen. That was completely
Well, I
different?
had seen rough cuts of what the animation was going to look like, so I kind of knew what it was going to look like. But I was so captivated the entire time. I was really, I don't know if I was biased because I was in it, but I had a great time watching it. I thought it was great. I knew there was a great message behind it, but after I watched it, I was like, that message was awesome, but it wasn't like shoved down your throats. You know?
That's nice.
That was really cool. It was supernatural and rad. What was my initial reaction when I got cast for it? I was pumped, dude. I've always been a fan of Marvel. Always wanted to do something with Marvel, and was excited when I figured out what this project was, what it stood for, how new it kind of was. And I love being kind of on the forefront of things and being there from the beginning, and everything about it was just super rad. And I was really excited to get started. And didn't really know what to expect. Hadn't really met too many of the people, but Boo Boo Stewart is on this, and he's a buddy of mine, so I was really excited to hang out with him. And everything about it was just pleasing. Like I was like, there was not one negative element to it that I was like, oh shit, but everything was super cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you. I think
Can we
that's
get
our
a
last
photo
question.
before
Can we
they
just get a
yank
quick
you?
photo?
Yeah, of
Yank
course.
away. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
no problem.
Much appreciated.
I need one too. Wait, sorry.
Yeah, that's-
Awesome. Thank you.